Hello and welcome back. This is me designing a bouclé sweater. Today I'm gonna show you a progress update, the first proper try on, more thoughts on the construction and the added bust shaping. So let's get into it. As you may remember, I decided on the contiguous method, which is a top-down construction with satin sleeves. I've never done it before and it sounded easy enough, but turned out it wasn't. I had to start over a few times as I didn't quite get the concept at first, but let me show you how far I've gotten. You can't really see that much with this yarn, but I started out casting on the back, 2 stitches for each shoulder seam and 1 stitch each for the fronts. Maybe you can see the shoulder line. I increased on either side of this line in every row, so the front and back would grow, but no increases for the shoulders yet. I knitted in this way until the shoulder seam was about 5 centimeters. It should end right about where your bra strap would sit. When you reach this point, it is time to start the increases for the shoulders and stop increasing the back, while the front is only increased at the neckline. With increasing the shoulders, you open them up and by doing so push the back and front stitches in their position. I almost reached the point to separate the sleeves from the body. As I'm making satin sleeves, this means I did some increases at the front and back along the sleeve line to shape them towards the armholes. Once the sleeves are separated, I will cast on stitches under the armpit to close to the round. So this is the look so far. One can clearly see the sleeve shaping as it isn't lying flat but tenting out. But nothing to worry, once worn it will snugly fit the shoulders. To make sure it will fit, it's important to check the back length before separating the sleeves. For me it should be about 20 centimeters. I'm at the shoulder right now and already removed the marker so I can put the sleeve stitches on hold. I like to use some spare cables from my interchangeable set because they make it possible to try it on and I find them easier than spare yarn, and you can reuse them, which is always a plus. Alternatively, if they aren't free right now, I have these oversized safety pins which work very well, but you can try it on as they aren't flexible. Let's get started. It can be a little bit fiddly. I like to use one of my interchangeable needles in a smaller size to thread the cable through the stitches and then secure it tightly with one of these end caps, let's call them that. And as you can see, it looks a little bit tight, but I think it will work out fine, and I decided to cast on 6 stitches under the armhole to make it not too big and keep a tighter fit. It's time for the first try on and I'm always really excited for the part, as it is the first time to really see if I managed to accomplish the looks I wanted and if it sits right. In this case I'm pretty happy. The armholes look a little bit tight, maybe a few rows more before separating would have been good, but I think it will be fine. Once the body is longer and the sleeves are added, the weight should pull it down a little and they aren't uncomfortable now, so it should work out well. The neckline looks a little bit tight as well, but the sleeves should work here as well. Maybe I'll add in the ribbing pretty soon just to make sure, but overall I'm happy and it sits really fine and the shoulders look great. I always like to check the fit a second time once I have knitted a few rows on the body, and am now at the point at which I must decide how to go on. I decided to add some horizontal bust darts to improve the fit and prevent the sweater to sit shorter in the front. This is another technique I haven't done before, as I'm not sure I will like the lines that it makes, but as you won't see them with this yarn, I will give it a try. So I'm adding in markers for the short row turning points. It's easiest to place them while wearing the sweater. While wearing, I only added the markers furthest in and I'm now adding additional markers. I will have 6 markers, so do 12 extra rows. I'm using double stitches as they are easy. There are nicer ways to make short rows like shadow wrap, but I would only use them if they are visible. The bust darts are in and I think it went very well. If we look at the length, it looks pretty even to me and that was the goal. I like the fit so far, even though it is less oversized than I planned for. Maybe a byproduct of my chosen construction method. How do you like it so far? Let me know in the comments. In the next part, I'll be working on the neckline, the sleeves and the rest of the body, and of course I'll share the finished sweater along with my final thoughts on the fit, the construction and this yarn combination. Subscribe to be sure not to miss it, and I'll see you there.